Yo, what's going on, guys? Sam here. Welcome back to another video. It has been a very, very busy day in the Apple world if you are an Apple fan. iOS 14 is coming out tomorrow. I just want to lead off this video by saying that, cannot believe it, literally a day before at Apple's big September 15th event, they announced that iOS 14, the huge update with widgets, and honestly so much more, it is going to be available tomorrow, probably at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So get excited. If you've been waiting, like, the wait's over. It's literally coming out in less than 24 hours. So wanted to let you know that because the iOS 14 Golden Master release, the final version with a couple of exciting changes, is out for developers. So today I have a preview of the final version of iOS 14. I want to show you what's new. If you're excited for it, drop a like down below and hit subscribe for more. And let's go ahead and jump in. All right, the first thing new in this update is the official changelog is out for iOS 14. Apple has everything, and hopefully that gets formatted better because, you know, right now it's a little hard to read. You know, it is a little small. But I actually want to start out with this, which is brand new. It's called Apple Cache Family. Apple made a big deal about this up on stage today about like new family features, and this ties into a ton of new stuff inside of the Apple Watch app that we'll jump into. So this is going to work now, Apple Pay Cache, with family members under 18. It works with Siri. You can set up parental controls for Apple Pay Cache. And if you want, like, you can even disable it for basically your kids under the age of 18. And you can like use it just like you always do. Like, there's really no new functionality as far as this goes here. It really just does allow you to have better integration with your family units. It's kind of interesting that Apple made such a big deal about this because it kind of seems like the same feature, but for younger people. But that is new in the iOS 14 GM. That's like the biggest new iOS feature, because if we head over to Wallpapers, unfortunately, guys, we got our wallpaper fix because we are wallpaper crack addicts out here. You got the new wallpapers, the dark mode versions of the stripes, a couple betas back. So those are still here, but no new wallpapers. The iOS 14 wallpapers will stay. These are them. These are the final ones. This next one was discovered by Steve Moser over on Twitter, and it's pretty neat. Like, I love seeing these internal things for new products come out. It is the setup for the Touch ID sensor on the new iPad Air. So this is hidden inside either the iOS 14 or probably more likely the iPad OS 14 GM. You can show it's a slick animation showing you that Touch ID is in a place it has never been before on an Apple product. That's right, that is inside of the power button. This is honestly my favorite feature of the new iPad Air, and I'm not even ashamed to say that. It's pretty sick, and it's hidden in iOS 14. Oh, and I did forget to mention that there are a couple of new splash screens. This is the one for Apple Music, just highlighting the improved search, which is so much better. Autoplay, which is pretty sweet, and then the Listen Now page. And then also on the App Store and Apple Arcade, I'm pretty sure this is just an ad. Like, this is basically an ad for Apple Arcade that they snuck in here, which is fine, but I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan. Like, there's nothing actually really new here. Now, the rest of the big changes come inside of the Apple Watch app. It would have been a pretty big disaster for Apple had the GM leaked, like iOS 11's GM leaked a couple years back. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was a good time. But the new Apple Watch app has been updated first and foremost with a new Discover tab. So this is the old betas on iOS 14. This is the GM on my right hand. And you can see you got a bunch of stuff here. Doesn't really do much. Like, literally everything is basically open in tips or leave this section. The only thing that's not is the Apple Watch user guide, which is a web page. I don't know. Seems like we could have had a better use of space there, Apple. But of course, that's not what you're here for. You're here to see all the new Apple Watch faces. See, before at WWDC, this is all that we had. However, now with the iOS 14 GM, there are new watch faces. I thought it was weird. I was like, come on, like, Apple, why didn't you announce more watch faces? Turns out they were saving it for the series announcement. First off here is Typograph. This one's pretty neat. I actually like it a lot. It's super simple. You can change the colors. Oh, that's hot. That's fresh. And you've got these two variants right here. So you can switch between the two and see all these little numbers here. All these little numbies. There's different styles for modern or rounded. Even different symbols. So you got all kinds of different options for Typograph. And that font is called, I think, New York, and it's actually from the Apple News app. Second is Memoji. You guys know I am the #1 Memoji fan here on iUpdate. And you can see you got all your different characters. Hey, you can even use you, if I can find me. Can I find me? Oh, you can even do all Animoji, and it'll just switch up and move around. Yeah, look. There's me. Now, I don't know if you guys are that self-centered, but you can put yourself on the watch face if you want. So that is Memoji. Next up is GMT. Which sounds like the name of some sort of drug, even though it's not. You've got all these different, like, halfway little look at things. You got all kinds of complications. To me, this doesn't do much. I don't know, it's just a watch face, doesn't do much. Chronograph Pro, this one has been out since WWDC, so I don't want to spend any time on this. It has the built-in tachometer. Count Up is, again, just kind of a watch face that blends in for me. You can change the colors, you can make it a little bit special. It looks sort of like a diving watch face to me, but again, nothing too special. To me, the two most standout ones by far are Stripes, which have tons and tons of customization options. I mean, like, look at the variation you got here. Like, you can really make, like, look at this. This is crazy. Oh my gosh, you can even do, now this is the customization that the Apple Watch needed. As you can tell, I didn't actually know that. But you know what? You can do like classic Apple colors if you want. So I did some tweaking and sort of made like the reverse Apple original logo. Okay, this is really cool. Stripes, that's a keeper. That's going in the watch face gallery. The last one, also really interesting, kind of out there, kind of an Apple one, artist. So you've got these different people that you can add. And like, there's really no customization. It's just the time with their little nose. Yeah. That's it. That's the artist. That's where it stops for watch faces. But some really good stuff. I'm happy Apple came through it. First, I was like, it doesn't seem that great. They did it. But this is where the biggest change that actually ties into the Apple Cache family feature comes in. Well, before, you could only pair an Apple Watch for yourself. You can see, oh wow, this screen's actually been updated in the latest beta. I didn't actually know that, but Apple has tweaked this just a little bit. It's cancel and it's like back now, so that has flipped ever so slightly. They put in a lot of work in the new watch app. That's because you can now set up watches straight to your iPhone. So for example, your child could have an Apple Watch, or your grandmother or grandfather could have an Apple Watch, but not need to have an iPhone. You know that was a requirement for the Apple Watch forever. It must be paired to an iPhone. But now you can pair it to yours, and you can see family setup. It's a little bit different. It lets you have more customization over what happens to that paired Apple Watch. And I believe it does actually require the Series 4 or later, it will tell you on this next page. Yeah, so look at this. You have to do like family sharing. It is tied into that. But it does require the Series 4 GPS plus cellular or later. So like, you can't do just GPS, it looks like. It looks like you do have to have cellular functionality to use family setup. But that's here. And I mean, you can see there's all new graphics for it and everything. Apple put a lot of time into this new family setup stuff. It's integrated throughout iOS 14 and watchOS. And you can see the changes reflected in the latest iOS 14 GM. Aside from that, guys, I haven't noticed any other changes in the iOS 14 GM. Simply just after updating, you're going to be good to go. And this is the final version. Again, iOS 14, there's no longer a wait. It's out tomorrow. It's been a quick summer. It's been a wild summer. And then this is the last video before iOS 14 comes out. I'm getting a little bit nostalgic, guys. I might cry. No, that's all for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed these iOS 14 videos. Now we just get to enjoy some updates coming along the way. I've been Sam. Hope you're doing well. This is closing out on iOS 14.